Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream for the 2017 channel survey. I really appreciate everyone who took the survey. This time, like most of the time, like my surveys will get around like maybe 1,000 responses, which is still great. But this survey got 2,500, which is more than any other survey from before. So again, I really appreciate all of you who took it. And this stream is basically going to just kind of go over all the answers and stuff like that. So the first question is, simple question about what age range are you in? And as you can see, the majority by far is the 13 to 17 range. So I got a bunch of teenagers watching my videos, which makes sense because, there are probably a lot of students. And it's cool to see how I've got some people who are under 13, and it's cool to see that I've got people who are over 50. It's nice to know that I at least have some people in all the ranges, but by far it's the teenage category which appears to be number one here. Alright, then next question is, how often do you watch my videos? And it looks like the majority of you are at least subscribed, which I had hoped, and then a lot of you also are frequent viewers, which is good to know. Alright, then the next question was, which country/region do you live in? And I always, change the regions, it seems like, every survey, because, I don't know, I never like just doing the 7 continents, or 6, since no one lives in Antarctica, so I don't know why I keep changing the regions, maybe just because, nothing just seems to, satisfy me for the question. And sometimes I'm not always clear. I know some people had trouble with the Russia and the former Soviet Union aspect. Some people thought maybe that included the Warsaw Pact states. I was trying to go for just the actual Soviet Union, so Russia, the Ukraine, Belarus, the Baltic states, Central Asia, and not the Warsaw Pact, but some people got confused. So, next time I'll just try to be more clear on that. But in this question, basically the United States and Europe are pretty much neck and neck, although in this case, Europe barely got more votes here. And again, it's always cool to see that I've got audience members from all around the world. But yeah, Europe and United States are clearly the dominant ones here. Alright, then the next question was, if you subscribed to my channel, when did you subscribe? My channel started in 2009, so I include all the years until back then. It is still always cool to see all the people who were here in 2009 and 2010 that are still here today. That's always really nice to see. And it doesn't surprise me how the numbers keep increasing every year. And it is really cool to see how many people are here from 2016, because 2016 was a great year for my channel, and I really appreciate all you guys. And it's also kind of cool to see the people who just subscribed in the past 12 days to answer this survey, because I got a few from those too. And of course, there's some people who just simply don't remember when they subscribed, and that's fine. But I always like this question, because it's always interesting to see how much of your audience sticks around. Alright, this next question, for whatever reason, some people got triggered by the fact that I used other/questioning, even though I did it for the past, 2 or 3 surveys. 2015, I actually separated the 2 options. I'm sorry, that one was 2016. This one's 2015, and this one I even included transgender. I don't understand why a few people got triggered, because I think the goal of the survey is to answer what the people would choose, not what I would think they should choose. And that's, a statistic is a statistic, regardless of what anyone thinks. So, yes, I include an other. If you don't agree with it, just pick the other 2 options. They're there. Some people just, wrote, several paragraphs in disagreement, which is fine if you disagree, but I just think you don't need to go to all that trouble for just 2 words in an insignificant question, in an insignificant survey. But anyway, no surprise. 97% of my channel is male. This has actually kind of been happening for quite a long time. And it's funny. Funnily enough, the female audience has actually grown a bit because in the last two surveys, it was actually at 1%, and now it's at 2%. So, hooray! We've actually grown a little bit. But yeah, this doesn't surprise me one bit. All right, and then the next question was about like ranking these categories in order of like which you'd like the most, and I had like like wars, empires and nations, politics and diplomacy and culture, and I just have them rank them in order as a list. And number one was wars, and then empires and nations, politics and diplomacy, and culture was last. And it doesn't surprise me that these two have a lead above the others, and these two are the ones that I do on my channel the most by far. But sometimes I'll try to do like videos from the other category, and it's really cool to see. But yeah, so this doesn't surprise me too much. Okay, and then this is a question I always like to do. I always have different types of videos I make, and I always want to see if like people want me to make more, less, the same amount, or just to stop making them altogether. And my empire and nation videos and war videos, no surprise, people want me to make more. And then history of a continent region, so that was like history of Europe. Of course, people still want me to make more. And then talking style videos, I was going to be interesting to see like how that turned out, because that was a new type of video I did in 2016. And the majority still want me to make more, which is always great, but it is slightly less than all the others. So like for example, I had the most of like stop making these, but it's still like not at all a lot compared to the other categories. So overall, people are still like they still enjoy those videos, which is nice to see. And I hope to like make more of those to where like you get at least like one a month. It obviously, I don't have plans to like make them the main type of video for my channel anytime soon. It's still going to be the map animations by far, but I like doing talking videos too, and hopefully I'll make more of those as time goes on. Then the next question was rating certain aspects of my channel out of 5 stars, and my video's looks got 4.1 stars. Then my video's educational value got 4.5. And then music right under 4 stars. And that doesn't surprise me too much. The music always seems to be the less category, or like the smaller number, and the main reason is because on my channel I try to not ever use anything copyrighted. I mean, you're hearing like Vivaldi in the background. That's like as uncopyrighted as you can get. But because of that, because like I don't want any strikes on my channel from copyright, I don't like my options for music are much more limited. And so I mean, some people have suggested that I use royalty-free music from other sites, and like I've checked them out, and sometimes I've used them, but I'm mostly just using Compotech, just because it's simple, it's free, and it's royalty-free, and that's ultimately what matters. And then it's good to see that people overall like the looks and the educational value of my channel. Then for the past few surveys, some people asked me to include a comment box or a suggestion box. And what's funny is the past 2 surveys, the website that I'm using, Quick Surveys, wouldn't let me without upgrading my account. And so I couldn't use them. But then for whatever reason, when I got around to making this survey, they changed their minds and they let me use them now for whatever reason. But it's kind of cool seeing the comments on here, and of course I can load up a lot of them. And of course, these comments are a mixed bag. Some of them are like, "Oh yeah, you're doing a great job." Some of them give suggestions, occasional complaints, and what I find super hilarious is a lot of people just wrote "nope, nope, nope," like they had nothing to say, which is kind of funny. I I'd say like looking through these, like the most consistent like complaints on here is that a few people like didn't really like how like I there's some videos I've made where there's not a lot that happens, and I understand that because I mean if my channel isn't entertaining, why are you still there? But so like I get that, but the main reason for that is because my channel's goal is to have a map animation for everything. I mean, yes, I mean I'll never run out of things to make a video of. And yes, there are some things that are absolutely so boring that I can't make a video of because there wouldn't be a point. But I still like to aim for the idea of having a video for every war, even if it isn't as interesting as other wars. And that's also why, like, the super amazing videos I try to space out. Not only because they take a long time to make anyway, so I couldn't do those every week, but also because, like, if I just did all those videos right away, I would run out of those super quickly, and then I would only have boring stuff, and then everyone would leave. So I mean, you've got to learn to like space things out when you have a channel like this, so that way you know you don't give away your best bit before you're done. And so that's why I always try to have like a general video every week, and then have a big project like a few times a year or every other month or something, depending on what you would consider a big project. I mean, I'm trying not to have videos that are like not that like don't have any events that happen in them. Often what happens is I'll find a war, for example, that seems super interesting and that a lot happens. And because like I'll be busy with school and work, I'll just kind of make the videos as I go. And halfway through the video, I'll notice, this war didn't do as much as I thought it would, but I'm already halfway through the video and I need a video this Friday, so I mean, it's better than nothing, and I don't have enough time to make another video, so then I'll just send the video out. And it does suck when that happens, and hopefully you guys don't get too bored with all my videos. And that complaint about some of my videos like just not being super interesting, well, I said that was the most consistent complaint. I mean, looking through these the other day, it was pretty much like I saw it like maybe like 7 times out of like all these comments, which isn't a lot, but I still try to take people's criticisms and comments and suggestions seriously. But I do appreciate all you guys with all the suggestions, and of course I will keep looking through these for any ideas. And yeah, so I'm glad I had the comment box. Alright, and speaking of big projects, these were like 4 video ideas I was kind of contemplating to do as my next like video map project after the Russian Civil War, and I was curious which one you wanted to see first, because I couldn't really decide which one I wanted to do first. And like if I don't decide, then I'll probably procrastinate and not ever get anything done. So I decided to have you guys decide for me by ranking the ideas in order of which one you liked. And number 1 was the War of Austrian Succession, followed by the Spanish Succession close behind. So those 2 I will definitely do first. There's still a bit of interest in the Great Turkish War. The Taiping Rebellion, I'm kind of surprised that less people had interest in that one, but hopefully all 4 of these projects I will have done this year, and hopefully you'll like them. So I guess based on the will of the people, the War of the Austrian Succession will come first. So thanks for deciding that for me. Alright, the next question was, are you subscribed to my alternate history channel, Emperor Tiger Star Alt? I do have an alternate history channel. It is not always the most active channel, but it does have like alternate history scenarios, and they can be fun. And every single time I ask this question, it's like the majority answer is like they don't even know about my channel. And some people have said like, well, why don't you like advertise it more often? Well, I do have it on my channel. Like if you go to my channel, you'll see it on the side under my other channels list. And other than that, the reason why I don't advertise it more is because I feel like since I'm not always super active on that channel like I am on my main channel, I don't want to just keep advertising people to go on it if, like, there's not going to be a video every week there like there is in this channel. And I still encourage you all to subscribe to the channel because it's, a fun little channel if you like alternate history, but mainly I just don't want to, hey, everyone, go to my super awesome alternate history channel all the time, because I know that'll annoy people, especially if I hardly do anything on that channel. And so I still have the link on my channel if you want to subscribe, and I hope you do. But it's just always interesting to see how many people enjoy or subscribe to my alternate history channel. And then, if you're subscribed to my alternate history channel, how would you rate the scenarios? Like, in terms of, like, is it realistic as an alternate history scenario? Is it entertaining? And overall, you guys seem to like both those, so that's good to see. And it's also cool to see, like, enough people have, seen my channel, or at least subscribed or whatever, and to give a lot of responses for that, so I appreciate that. And then another comment box about my alternate history channel scenarios. And of course, the majority of these are suggestions for ideas, and then of course people still saying nope, nope, nope. There have been like some complaints about like there'll be a certain category in history that I'll do alternate histories of too much, and I get that. I try not to like have all of them be like based on World War I or World War II, but the main problem is World War I and World War II were so impactful, it's kind of impossible to escape it altogether. And even if like I start from like ancient times, there will be some sort of world war that would happen unless like the human race gets wiped out before the modern period or something. But I'm trying to include like less and less World War I and World War II based scenarios, and And for those of you who do subscribe to my alternate history channel, I will have the Chinese America series continued soon. Just kind of been busy lately with getting a new job and then starting school back up. So, but don't worry, the new episode will come out soon. And then the next question was, where do you follow/subscribe to me on? And of course, all of you said YouTube, which I would hope so. And then, looks like a lot of you who took the survey also follow me on my Twitter. And my Twitter isn't like super important for you to necessarily follow, but it does send a link whenever I upload a new video in case you're not on YouTube. So that could be nice. And then 12 of you said my blog. My blog I haven't posted on in such a long time. I probably need to update that soon. But I do have a WordPress. It's just emperortigerstar.wordpress.com. And if you want to look at the blog, fine. But that one hasn't been active in a while. And I probably should start being more active on there. And then the next question was, how do you learn about new videos or updates? And I made sure to include an option for both the subscription box and the YouTube notifications, especially because this year a lot of YouTubers complained about, I was randomly unsubscribed from all my channels. And I haven't heard about a lot of problems like that from my viewers, but I included the notifications option anyway, just curious to see how many people used them. And based on the survey, actually quite a lot. I didn't expect it to be that high, to be honest, but that was interesting. And of course, some people from Twitter and other. And the next question was if you used my Blank Atlas website. And a lot of you, of course, didn't know about it. And it was also the case of why don't you advertise it more? And I actually did have a video that served as a walkthrough of the website, and it should still be there if you want to see it. But for those of you who don't know, Blank Atlas is essentially a website where people upload blank maps, and you could like search the website based on like a tag system. Like you search tags, and then you can find whatever blank maps match that tag. And it's mainly just for people to enjoy. So like, just a quick and here's Blank Atlas. So like, you go there and it's like, I want a map of Europe and it has to have Russia in it. And then you search that, and these are all of the blank maps people have posted that would match that. And oh look, here are some other tags that might be interesting. I want to see a map with Denmark in it, so I click Denmark, and these are all the maps that would have Denmark in it, whether it's a little bit or a lot and stuff like that. And that's basically what the website's about. And some people simply don't need blank maps, or it's just not their thing, and that's perfectly fine. But yeah, that website does exist. If you do like blank maps, then I encourage you to use it. And yeah, I appreciate the people who do use it, and I'm glad you enjoy it. And then the next question was opinions on the Blank Atlas, like how easy is it to find maps, the format and layout, the quality of the maps found there, and the majority of you are satisfied, which is good to see. As for the format, since I'm using a host website, there's not much I can do about that, change the format, but it's good to see that the majority of you like it. And then, a comment box over the Blank Atlas, a lot of you not knowing what it is, a lot of you saying that there isn't really a comment, and stuff like that. So not much there. And then the next website of mine was Video Maps. And Video Maps is kind of more of like a personal website, and it's basically all about like statistics of my channel and other video map channels. And so if you enjoy that sort of thing, like, oh, who gained the most subs this week or something, or the most views this week, if you're interested in like nerdy statistics like that, you might like the website. But obviously the majority of you had never heard of the website, or it wasn't your thing. So I didn't figure a lot of people, even out of the people who did view the website, would enjoy it a lot. But just curious. And then the next question was, if you're a student, have you seen my videos in school or class? It's always super cool to, whenever I've been at my college and, some professor says that he used my videos, or, some students say, oh, I saw these in high school. Because it does happen, and it's really cool when it does happen. And so I always try to make sure that my channel serves as a educational tool that people can use, whether it's for studying or for lessons. And so I always like to ask questions to see if people do use it. And of course, the majority say that they don't, which is fine. I completely expected that, but it still blows my mind that I've got hundreds of people saying, oh, I use your videos to study, which is always really cool. And of course, a good bunch of you have said that oh, you actually used it in class, which is cool. And there's a good chunk that said oh, you're not even a student anymore. So that makes sense. But always cool to see. And then question, if you're a teacher, have you used my videos before? Some people the majority said no, and then some people said yes. And what I found interesting was a lot of people who answered this question said that they didn't use it in a lesson, but they did tell their teachers substantially a lot more than for their students, which I mean, I guess it's not surprising, but I still find that kind of interesting. And of course, some people are teachers and they don't teach history, and so they would have no need for my videos anyway, which is understandable. And then as the last question it was a simple, oh, just out of curiosity, what's your favorite band? And for those of you who don't know, my favorite band is Metallica, although I like a lot of stuff. So, like Queen, like them. Led Zeppelin, love them. I love Nirvana. I love the Beatles. I love Linkin Park. Tchaikovsky. I like Tchaikovsky. I actually have his 1812 Overture on vinyl because it sounds so cool. Because I've always loved the 1812 Overture because it has cannons in it. And I'm just trying to imagine, like, when he first performed that. Just like, oh, yeah, you have to use cannons here. Wait, what? Yeah, you have to fire a cannon at this part right here. Okay. That seems awfully dangerous in a concert hall. I don't care, just do it anyway. So, but yeah, like Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture actually has cannons in it, which is kind of cool. But yeah, a lot of these music options I like, and there so far like there's not really an artist on here that like I've never heard of that I've seen so far, but it is always cool to see other people's music tastes and how varietal they are. Although it's nice to see that a lot of you guys like classic rock, which is always good to see. But yeah, so that was my 2017 channel survey. I like to do these surveys like once or twice a year, and this one was just at the beginning of the year to kind of have a fresh start for the year. And probably if I had another one, it'd probably be in the summer. But I really appreciate all of you guys who answered these surveys, and those were all the results. And this video should be archived in case you want to watch it back over and see the results again. And yeah, so that'll conclude the stream, and thank you all for watching.